Good evening, everyone, good evening, and welcome to AZMR on Zed Digital. I'd like to start by acknowledging that this show was created on the stolen lands of the Jagera and Turrbal peoples. I pay respects to their elders past and present and acknowledge that sovereignty over this land, sovereignty was never ceded. This is episode number 23, and I'm coming to you today from Mount Coot-tha. And that's why you can hear a lot of bird sounds. It's very birdy around here, not gonna lie, everyone. So that's going to be the background for tonight's episode. Lots of birds and nature noises. There's cicadas, and I don't know what else we'll hear, but I just really enjoyed last time when I was out in nature, and that particular time I'd had about 8 hours sleep in 3 nights or something, so I was pretty tuckered out and I just needed to touch some grass. This time I feel okay, but I just thought I would get out in nature and see how it goes recording with all these beautiful bird sounds, nature sounds. So let's just see how it goes. Maybe I'll do this more often. So this is episode number 23, and my name is Polly. And yeah, gonna bring you the next 2 hours of AZMR radio, here on Zed Digital. If you want to go back and listen to past episodes, you can get 6 episodes, the last 6 episodes on the 4ZZZ on demand service for zzz.org.au/program/AZZMR. And yeah, there's 6 episodes on there. That's the 4ZZZ on demand service. And any older episodes you can hit up YouTube for. Just search AZZZMR and you can get all the way back until the very first episode, and they come with some colourful visuals. Basically, I will video record some trains going past, or some trees blowing in the breeze, or like a candle or whatever, and then put some different colour filters on it, so it is a little bit more visually stimulating than just the thing that I'm recording for 2 hours, but not too visually stimulating, because we don't want that. We just want a little bit of visual stimulation, just a little bit. If you head to social media, Instagram or Facebook, it's AZZZMR.4ZZZ on the social media. You can see pictures of my cat. Sometimes I forget to post bunch of things at once. But, generally, that's the place to go to find out what's happening with new episodes, what's happening, what's going to be on them, what type of videos we might get. What will it be? I don't know. That's like a little quick snapshot on the Instagram or the Facebook, AZZMR.4ZZZ. So, I guess it's time to tell you what's coming up on the show tonight. What's coming up on the show tonight? Episode number 23. We're going to start off with some Nintendo reviews. Nintendo games reviews. Usually I just do the negative ones, so I think that's probably the way to go. I do enjoy reading out the negative games reviews from Nintendo magazine. So that's where we'll get started tonight. Also, we're going to be reading out a fruitcake recipe because it's getting closer to Christmas, and I'm pretty sure fruitcake can be made a few months in advance. So, best to get your fruitcake making done early so that you're not having to do it in the weeks before Christmas when you're busy panic shopping, and stressed, and planning. So now's a good time to make a fruitcake. I actually don't really like fruitcake. They remind me of Christmas. I see them at my work. I don't think we ever really had them much growing up. Maybe my family don't really like them either. But yeah, I thought I'd read about a fruitcake recipe. Seems fun. That seems fun. Also tonight, we'll be reading lyrics from a Pizza Death vinyl. It's the Reign of the Anticrust album. Reign of the Anticrust by Pizza Death. So we're going to read some of those lyrics from that album, just in a very calm and relaxing way. Also, we'll be unboxing a portable hard drive. That I purchased from the internet. And the reason I did that was because I'm running out of space on my other hard drive. Or not running out of space, but making all the ASMR does use up a lot of space, especially with the videos. So I got another hard drive. This one's a portable expansion hard drive. Portable external hard drive. And that should help keep all my AZMR in the one place. And of course, we're going to close this show with just some gentle piano music, just to see us out into our dreams. So, let's get stuck in tonight, and we're going to start off with reading out negative games reviews from Nintendo magazine. It says it's the official magazine, Nintendo official magazine, and this issue is from November 2004, November 2004, and on the front it's got a picture of Paper Mario, the 1,000-year door. Paper Mario. So, we're going to find some negative reviews. First up we have R-Type 3. R-Type 3. Publisher Zoo Interactive. Release date out now. Price £29.99. Ooh, this must be one of the UK ones. I've had these before. I'm not sure where I've gotten these magazines, but anyway. Players 1. Game save. Password. Hello. Is that 999? Oh God, I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's 999. I dialed it. I need the gaming emergency services. There's been a terrible accident. Well, there was this really ace 16-bit shoot-'em-up called R-Type 3. Left to right, fire big lasers, dodge stuff. It was hard as hell, but it was fair. If you died a nasty death, it was because you crashed into something. Are you getting all this down? God, this is so terrible. They've made a GBA version where the bullets kill you before they've even hit you. It's basically impossible because you are never sure how big the hit area is around the ship. It's like a racing game where everyone you're racing against is invisible. It just completely takes away the point. I'll have a bullet storm well under control, but just randomly die anyway. That can't happen. Mind you, the music makes you want to kill yourself anyway. It's worse than an I don't want you back ringtone. And the bosses are boring. They're supposed to scare you witless. Did they keep in that wicked red and blue hooped laser? Yes, that's in. But that's about the only good thing. So can you send someone right away? Yeah? My name, Dean Scott. Come quickly before another game gets hurt. Nintendo Magazine says R-Type. That's a play on the word name. R-Type. Okay, R-Type. 44%. Kill Switch. Publisher Zoo Digital. Release date out now. Price £29.99. Players 1. Game save. Cart 1 slot. If the way to foil terrorism is to hide behind crates and fire wildly with a semi-automatic rifle, we're all going to sign up for crazy gunfire training. Then again, perhaps Kill Switch is just lulling us into a false sense of security. Most levels involve you hiding behind something while you peep out and blast in the direction of the enemy. If wooden boxes provide such great cover for covert troops, you would think the terrorists would tidy up a bit. There's also the problem of leaving highly explosive oil drums lying about as well. We bet the terrorists were kicking themselves after the third barrel blew up and they realized the error of their ways. Kill Switch wants to push the GBA to its limits, creating realistic environments, including desert towns and houses with questionable decor and big leather chairs. The problem is, sometimes the backgrounds can be so busy you can't see the enemy, which is a nuisance when you're trying to shoot them. The stealth element, which sees you hiding behind crates or peeping around corners doesn't really work either, because you can shoot straight through boxes. Nintendo Magazine says gun fright 45%, 45%. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Second edition. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Publisher Zed Digital. Release date out now. Price £19.99. Players 1. Game save none. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is one of the most successful game shows ever because it's full of genuine suspense. The idea that you can drop from a whopping £500,000 to £64,000 is exciting. But the GBA game is completely different. You couldn't care less if you get a question wrong or right. There's no harm in getting a $250,000 question wrong. You won't go into a spiral of depression, and Chris Tarrant won't pull a sympathetic smirk at you. You get a question wrong and you start again. There's not even a high score table to remember if you ever did get that illustrious £1 million. After a few plays, you'll see the same questions cropping up again. One of Tarrant's catchphrases on the show is, "The questions are only easy if you know the answers." Well, on the Game Boy Advance, you know the answers because you've already seen the questions. Nice one. Also, and this is a minor point, the noise for the applause sounds a bit like the audience is on fire. No wonder the studio's empty when the game camera pans around. They've all gone to casualty. Nintendo Magazine says penniless 48%. 48%. Okay. Super Mario Ball. If the name alone could get you a high score, this would be into the 90s easily. Sadly for Tashman, it's not that simple. Game info out November 26th. Price £29.99. Publisher Nintendo. Web www.nintendo.co.uk. Players 1. Memory none. Mario is squashed inside a spherical press, but instead of all his bones snapping and his guts coming dripping out of the mold, he lives on as a Mario ball. But rather than rush your friend to the A&E, you then proceed to batter him about with giant flippers, deliberately smacking his face off stuff to get points. What kind of a monster are you? The idea makes sense. Rather than try to replicate an arcade pinball machine where the only goal is to survive long enough to rack up a high score, Super Mario Ball is a pinball adventure in which you guide a rolled-up Mario through different levels, each of which is broken up into many different pinball boards that occupy one GBA screen each. Each screen is filled with enemies, and eliminating all of them or accomplishing some other task earns Mario a star. More stars means more and more doors to new boards. Mario also collects coins of the normal and blue variety. If you run into Toad on any map screen, he'll sell Mario items that help him in his quest. A thunderbolt that wipes out everything on screen at once. Mushrooms that make Mario grow larger, smaller. Blue pipes that block the death hole at the bottom of the screen. And invincibility stars that let Mario plow through enemies. A blue tent on the main screen features minigames that can be played for more stars. Blue coins are obtained by comboing enemies, killing more than one enemy with one shot. So where does it all go wrong? Well, it's just not as fun as a traditional pinball game. Staying alive isn't the challenge. You can carefully avoid death most of the time. The challenge is to aim well enough to hit all the enemies, or whatever targets you need to hit to get a star. Aiming is hard, since Mario rolls very fast. You have to bounce him from flipper to flipper a few times just to slow him down before you have a chance at aiming right. And you can't even tilt the table, which is a major omission, since you now have absolutely no chance at saving a dead ball. Don't want to pay that rip-off merchant Toad for stuff? Want to get yourself free items? Here's how. First, find a screen that you've already gotten the star from. Next, defeat all the enemies again. Yeah, it's a pain in the neck. Then hit the golden question mark symbol that falls from the heavens. Stop the roulette wheel that follows and maybe you'll item up. If you're already holding an item, it'll be replaced with 2 of the same kind. But the biggest problem is that if you unintentionally leave the tiny boards, all your hard work is erased. Falling down the death hole, though, isn't the major danger. It's accidentally, unavoidably shooting up into one of the many doors, holes, or other exits that fill each of the boards. Since Mario usually rolls somewhere other than where you want him to, this happens often, and Super Mario Ball very quickly degenerates into an exercise in frustration. How many times can you repeat the same mind-numbing task before you crack and shut the game off? 15, 20, 30? If there's one aspect of Super Mario Ball that's absolutely unassailable, it's the graphics. We've seen some nice GBA visuals, but this takes the biscuit, looking more like Mario Sunshine than Mario World. Everything is 2D, but with slick pre-rendered graphics, like Mario vs. DK, but better. Especially the FMV scenes. Boss fights are particularly impressive, especially when you find Bowser. The trouble is, you chance upon that scaly royal snatcher a bit too quickly for our liking. A few hours practice and there we were. Of course, when you beat Bowser in a Mario game, that's the end of it. Then you're into time attack modes and such like, which are a bit of a lame trick to extend the life of any game. Luckily, Bowser is a real tough nut to crack. He has the ability to freeze your flippers temporarily, and like every single goal in the game, the second you drop off the screen, you've got to do it all again. Decent GBA offerings will be pretty scarce this year, and Super Mario Ball's not even on that list. It's joining Kirby Air Ride in Nintendo's parade of underachievers. The fact that it's a Mario game makes it hurt even more, because we never thought we'd feel anything but happiness listening to Charles Martinet's voice. Now all we feel is the urge to throw our special edition NES SP across the room. It was precious to us, and now it's in pieces. So, should you buy it? Yes, if the prospect of cruelly bashing a Mario sphere around is too good to pass up. No, if you're a fan of legendary ball breakers like the Revenge of the Gator and Pokemon Pinball. You'll love it if you like pinball games where the ball is too light and moves far too quickly. Graphics 9. It's like your GBA graphics chip has been beefed up on steroids. Quite brilliant. Sound 7. One man's chirpy Nintendo ditty is another man's road to suicide. Gameplay 6. The tables are good enough, but the ball physics wring a lot of the fun out of it. Lifespan 5. A nice selection of different tables, but the final battle rolls around too quickly. Verdict. We were expecting to be crowning this as the king of GBA pinball games, but Sonic and Pikachu can breathe a sigh of relief. Their pinball games still rule on the small screen. Best bit, just look at those Mario worlds. The graphics are incredible. Worst bit, the fact that a Mario game could underwhelm us so. Second opinion, for a few hours it's great. Every new area you open up brings a nostalgic Mario tear to the eye. But eventually the frustration just gets the better of you. Nintendo. Toadstool. 60%, 60%, 60%. Future Tactics. The Uprising. Future Tactics. The Uprising. Publisher, Joe Wood. Release date, out now. Price, £29.99. Players, 1 to 2, alternating. Game save, 4 blocks. Screw the future. It's so predictable and boring. It's the same old story of humanity's last stand against killer aliens, robots, or giant jellies. Developers should look closer to home for inspiration. Weasel Tactics, now that's a game we'd buy. Squirrels armed with chainsaws, badgers brandishing machetes, or shrews riding owls into a forest fracas. Forget the future, the woodland rules. Funnily enough, Future Tactics is about a ragtag group of humans making a last stand against a horde of marauding monsters. It wants to be 3D Advance Wars, but lacks depth and strategy, and ends up as a poor man's Worms 3D. It promises a little, with destructible environments, packed with bad guys, but the 19 levels are pretty much all the same. Blast samey-looking purple monsters, or destroy buildings. The tedium increases steadily. On some levels, the monsters respawn indefinitely, which can be a pain in the ass when you've spent your turn gunning down the threat, only for them to come back again. The tactics themselves aren't great either, and can be broken down into just hide behind something and don't get spotted, because otherwise the bad guys will go straight for you. Nintendo Magazine says tactless. 46%. 46%. Street Jam Basketball. Street Jam Basketball. Street Jam Basketball. Publisher Zed Digital. Zed Digital. Release date out now. Price £29.99. Players 1 to 2. Game save card. 5 slots. You've got more chance of being kicked in the balls by a dinosaur in a wizard's outfit than having any fun whatsoever playing this. It tries so hard to be street, it comes out on the other side and ends up being cul-de-sac. Here's a typical scenario for a game. You pick a team from a number of different characters who look like they'd punch their grandmother in the face and steal her pension book. You then watch the action go from one side of the screen to the other as you attempt to score. More often than not, the computer grabs the ball and, by the time you get back to defend your basket, they've scored. The sprites themselves range from jerky to clunky, and we've sometimes had difficulty telling who we were. This was handy in a game which is supposed to be all about fast-paced action. You must be thinking, there are some redeeming features in Street Jam. Well, believe us, we've searched really hard to find some, even trying to find the character who looks most like Mike J, but we didn't find any. Nintendo Official Magazine says no balls. 28%. 28%. It's got the poison mushroom, the poison Mario mushroom on that one. Not good, not good, not good. That looks like all the negative games reviews. There are a few in the 60% that, no, they're probably not as sassy. So we won't bother with those ones. We won't bother with those ones. That looks like all the negative Nintendo games reviews from this issue of Nintendo Magazine. Nintendo Magazine. Nintendo Official Magazine. November 2004. So these were all either GameCube or Game Boy Advance games. So that's, yeah, we've gone back a little bit earlier than previously. We're mostly used to reading Nintendo DS and Wii games reviews. So, a little bit earlier on this one. So the next thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to read a recipe for a Christmas fruitcake. Now this comes from a magazine. It says Christmas made easy. Christmas made easy. So they're all Christmas recipes, or recipes that you can do for your Christmas lunch. But of course I have flicked to the desserts section, straight to the desserts section. Now I'm going to read out a recipe for a traditional Christmas fruitcake. Full disclosure, I don't really like fruitcake. I like cake, and I like fruit, and I like raisin toast, but fruitcake just doesn't do it for me. But it's fine. I'm not going to judge you if you like fruitcake. In fact, if you like fruitcake, I'm going to tell you right now how to make one. According to this recipe. It's got a little tip. Cake can be made up to 6 months ahead. Wrap tightly in plastic wrap and store in an airtight container in the fridge. So now is less than 6 months before Christmas, so why not just make your cake and save yourself the hassle later. Serves 20. That's quite a lot actually, but maybe everyone gets small slices of cake. Maybe that's my problem, is that my slices are too big and it's not how it's supposed to be had. Anyway, serves 20. Prep 30 minutes. Cook 3 hours and 30 minutes. Ingredients: 3 cups of sultanas, 450 grams. 1 cup of currants, 150 grams. 1 cup of raisins, 180 grams. 1 cup of chopped pitted dates, 130 grams. 100 grams of packet red glace cherries, finely chopped. 2/3 of a cup of dark rum. 250 grams of unsalted butter, chopped at room temperature. 1 cup of dark brown sugar, firmly packed. 2 teaspoons of finely grated lemon rind. 2 teaspoons of finely grated orange rind. 4 eggs at room temperature. 1 cup of slivered almonds. 1/4 of a cup of breakfast marmalade. 2 cups of plain flour. 3 teaspoons of ground mixed spice. 250 grams of white fondant and icing sugar mixture to decorate. 1. Combine all fruit and 1/2 cup of the rum in an extra large bowl. Stand covered overnight. Well, it didn't tell us that in the prep time. Maybe it should have said prep 30 minutes plus overnight. Anyway. 2. Grease a 20 centimeter square times 8 centimeter deep cake pan. Line base and sides with 3 layers of brown paper, then 3 layers of baking paper, both extending 5 centimeters above pan edges. 3. Beat butter, sugar, and rinds in a small bowl of an electric mixer until light and fluffy. Beat in eggs 1 at a time until just combined. Stir into fruit mixture with almonds and marmalade. 4. Sift over combined flour and spice. Stir with a wooden spoon until well combined. Spoon into prepared pan. Smooth over top. Wrap 3 layers of newspaper around outside of pan, securing with string. 5. Cook in a slow oven, 150 degrees Celsius, for about 3 hours, 30 minutes, or until a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. Cover loosely with foil during cooking if top starts to over brown. Remove. Brush remaining rum over top. Leave cake in pan and wrap in a clean tea towel until completely cool. 6. To decorate, knead fondant on a clean surface until smooth. Roll out between 2 sheets of baking paper until 7 millimeters thick. Using a 6.5 centimeter star cutter, cut out shapes. 7. Serve cake topped with stars. Dust with sifted icing sugar. So it doesn't have any milk in the cake. The liquid is just rum. I think that's probably why I don't like fruitcake. It's just too rummy. Too rummy. That's the recipe for a traditional Christmas fruitcake. If you like rum, maybe you'd be super heaps into this fruitcake. Yes, cool. Okay, we're going to move along. Next up, we'll be reading Pizza Death lyrics. Pizza Death lyrics. So, Pizza Death is a Melbourne band. They're kind of hardcore punk metal, very thrashy type of band. So, we're going to calmly read their band lyrics from their album Reign of the Anticrust. Reign of the Anticrust this evening. So, the front of the album has a giant slice of pizza that is very, very angry looking. It's got an angry face, and there's a bunch of people in robes worshipping around this giant slice of pizza. On the back of the album, so the way it's set out is like a pizza menu. So it's got the song titles as like pizza names, and then it's got a little description underneath, and it's got like a price, like $1.43 and 39 cents, but that's the seconds and minutes of the song length. So it's pretty clever. And it's all like red and white, like a pizza, classic pizza menu. And it says, Pizza Death is cane, bass, plonk, guitar, Tim, drums, Pat, vocals. Pizza Death, phone 1311-666. Side cheese, 1 pepper rabies, $1.43. A deadly virus has swept the planet, causing mass hallucination and extreme aggression in those afflicted. Run for your life. 2 consumed by mushrooms, $1.19. I swear I am being stalked by a murderous horde of hideous fungal freaks. What do they want from me? 3 napalm cheese, $1.37. Cheese which is hotter than hell has fallen from my pizza slice, causing 3rd-degree burns to my entire body. 4 capricciosa decapitation, 40 cents. Decapitated by a capricciosa pizza, but unable to die. I can't see or hear anything, so I shall wander aimlessly for eternity. 5 Putin hates gluten-free pizza bases, $1.12. Honestly, he just thinks they taste kinda weird. Whatever you do, don't get his order wrong. 6 Reclaim the Hut, $1.35. The former Pizza Huts that litter this country have been invaded by horrific non-pizza related stores. Reclaim the Hut. 7 Avoid the Noid, $1.43. I am furious that the Noid has stolen my name. It is now time for me to violently take it back. 8 Tsunami of Salami, 35 cents. A gigantic wall of sausage water is rapidly approaching. Run for your life and take cover from the tsunami of salami. 9. Franken slice, $1.44. Lightning strikes the building above me, bringing to life the terrifying monster made from pieces of uneaten pizzas. 10. Yeast of the deceased, $2.42. The burnt remains of a human body are mixed through the yeast. Tonight we cook with the yeast of the deceased. Side meat. 11. The Anticrust, 39 cents. The enormous gates of hell creak open and darkness engulfs the earth as the hideous beast rises from the depths below. 12. Pasta of Muppets, $1.24. There's always one Muppet who orders pasta at a pizzeria. This horrendous crime should be punishable by death. 13. Second drop, $1.36. Starvation begins to devour my internal organs as I place my order for delivery, but without warning an order before me. 14. Gnarly salami, $1.48. The most gnarly dude we have ever met just so happens to be a skateboarding sausage who shreds like no one else. 15. Psilocybin pizza murder suicide, $1.12. Tripping balls after unintentionally eating magic mushrooms on my pizza. Now I am about to do something unforgivable. 16. Eaten alive by zombie olives, $1.57. The corpses of dead olives have been brought back to life and are hell-bent on devouring my flesh while I'm still alive. 17. Sliced to pieces, 43 cents. Running in terror as I am hunted like prey by a maniac killer who wants to slice me to pieces with a razor-sharp pizza knife. 18. Meat sweats, 44 cents. I am sweating profusely and short of breath. There really is such a thing as too much meat on a meat lovers. 19. Blackened remains, $1.24. Next time you get home late and decide to put a frozen pizza in the oven, don't fall asleep or things will burn. 20. Pizza Death Row, $1.18. The best pizza you will find is only available as a last meal for death row inmates you would kill to get a slice. Reign of the Anticrust, recorded between December 2022 and February 2023, $16.66. I'm not sure what the dollars are in this section. Actually, they might just be for fun. Drums recorded at 3 Phase Studios, Brunswick, by Mateo, 69 cents. Everything else recorded by Pizza Death in the Pizza Death Kitchen, $17.77. Cover art, Andrei Buzakov, $6.66. Pizza Death logo, Pizza Tanic Vigilante, $4.20. Mixed and mastered, Alan Smith, $1.05. All songs by Pizza Death, $18.90. Thanks to Pizza and Dougie, O and Mateo, $6.66. We deliver. Phone 1311-666. Disdain Records, Melbourne, Australia. Okie dokie. I'm going to leave the vinyl safely in the case because I'm not going to be frolicking around Mount Coot-tha with my Pizza Death vinyl. So the inside isn't set up like a menu, but it's kind of, the main bit of paper is like a woody table, and on top of the table is a book, and the book is open, and it looks like it's a recipe, or two recipes, side cheese and side meat. It's got ingredients at the top, and then the songs are set up like steps, so like one, and then the song title, and then it's got like a block of text, but those are actually the lyrics. So, ingredients: guitar, plonk, bass, cane, drums, Tim, vocals, Pat. Side cheese, servings 10 slices. Cooking time 15 minutes. 15 minutes, which I'm guessing is the duration. I guess I should give this a language warning because it looks like there's some swear words, also some weird birds. Weird bird warning. I'm also right now surrounded by bush turkeys. Well, there's a couple near me, just chilling. They're like, yo, what are you doing here? Why are you in my area? Mate, I don't have any food. Sauce bro. Okay, yeah. Language warning. Okay. 1. Pepper rabies. They are infected. Plague of pepper rabies. Can't run. Can't hide. They just want what is inside. Infected with pepper rabies. They just want to open you wide. Feast on the pizza inside. Rip you open. The slice inside. The feast has begun, and all they want is pizza, but you already ate it. 2. Consumed by mushrooms. A horde of fungal freaks. Everywhere I go, they seem to follow me. I never thought that something this bad could happen to me. I think they are gonna have to put me away. What do they want? What do they want from me? 3. Napalm cheese. Hot, 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 hot cheese. Oh no, my skin is burning. The roof of my mouth is about to erupt in flames. I'm melting. 4. Capricciosa decapitation. You're gonna lose your head. You won't end up dead. The headless walking dead. Capricciosa decapitation. Aimlessly walking the streets. You can't hear or see a thing 'cause you don't have a fucking head. Beheaded. 5. Putin hates gluten-free pizza bases. He just thinks they taste kind of weird. One mistake, you will die. You won't make it out alive. You got his order wrong, and now it won't be long. Vladimir will lose his mind and nuke the world into the sky. 6. Reclaim the hut. No matter what, we must reclaim the hut. Burn it to the ground. This is sacred land. Can you not see the unique roof? Do I need any more proof? All you can eat is all I need. Feed me, take back what's ours. 7. Avoid the Noid. Hey you two, what's the deal? No, I don't want your family meal. I want to introduce you to my little friend, a 357 chock full of lead. Avoid the Noid. You've stolen my name, so here's what I need. 100 grand, a white limousine. On second thoughts, why don't you make me some za? You'll rue the day you fucked with crazy Kenneth Lamar. I'm a paranoid. Noid. 8. Tsunami of salami. Tsunami of salami. Foaming from the mouth. Extra cheese. Sausage water rising. Up to my knees. Tsunami of salami and pepperoni. Up to my waist now. Sweep me away. I cannot breathe now. This will be my final day. 9. Franken slice. It's alive, made from the pieces of uneaten pizzas. Stitch them together in the dead of night. A bolt of lightning strikes the building. Pulsating flesh starting to come to life. Franken slice. Cheese yellow skin. It stirs within. Monstrosity. It lives. It breathes. 10. Yeast of the deceased. There's something in the yeast. Ashes of a human body. It seems to call to me. The yeast of the deceased. The yeast is mixed with somebody's ashes. Yeast of the deceased. They want you to join them on the other side, but I don't want to die. Come with me, my child. The dough is rising. It's rising, it's rising. You will be swallowed alive. Side meat. These tasty looking pizzas are from one of the best pizzerias in Melbourne. Thin, slizzy, Collingwood. Servings. 10 slices. Cooking time. 13 minutes. 1. The Anticrust. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza, die. Kill. Son of Satan. The Antichrist is in my crust. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. The Antichrist is in my crust. 2. Pasta of Muppets. Pasta of Muppets. Pasta is for Muppets. Pasta. Who orders pasta from a pizzeria? Let's not pretend we can't be friends. You're dead to me. Substandard feed. Who orders pasta from a pizzeria? Pasta is for Muppets. Is that why you fucking love it? 3. Second drop. So hungry. I don't know if I'm going to survive. So I order my delivery and I anxiously check to see when it will arrive. When will it arrive? Wait a second. Is that how fucking long it's going to take? Then, without warning, an order before me. Now I'm the second drop. Now I can take a lot, But then there's some things I cannot. I don't want to be a second drop. Hurry up. 4. Gnarly salami. Sausage on a board. Cooks his pizza with a fucking blowtorch. Cuts it up with lasers from his eyes. He's got Satan on his fucking speed dial, and he parties with him all the time. Slayer logo carved into his arm. Surfs 50-foot waves. Kills any sharks that get in his way. He breathes fire to light his joints. He is the coolest guy that you are ever going to meet. He can chug a whole keg on his own. Shreds as well as King and Hanuman. 5. Psilocybin pizza murder suicide. How the fuck did magic mushrooms get on my pizza slice? No. I'm tripping balls. Someone is going to die. Murder, suicide. 6. Eaten alive by zombie olives. Olives. They're in my food. They're in my dreams. No. How does anybody like them? Coming back from the dead now. They're fucking everywhere. They want to eat me alive. Eaten alive by zombie olives. Those salty undead bastards contain pits of despair. They want to consume my flesh. Abominations in brine. I am drowning in their brine. I can't take no more. Holy shit. 7. Sliced to pieces. Sliced to pieces with a pizza knife. Hunted by a killer dead inside. Sliced to death. Death by slice. Cut to pieces with a knife. Piece by piece I'm torn apart. 8. Meat sweats. One of every animal on top of my slice. Now I regret finishing every bite. Sweating profusely, a shortness of breath. I'm sure that my gorging will lead to my death. 9. Blackened remains. Getting home late at night. Gonna cook a pizza all right. Slide it into the oven and wait. Gonna close my eyes for a bit. Smoke starts to fill the room. Nothing can wake me from my snooze. Sleep for several hours or more as firemen kick down the front door. Burnt to a crisp. How will I put out this fire? There's nothing left but blackened remains. There's nothing left but a smouldering black disc. Burnt to a crisp. 10. Pizza death row. Pizza death row. Your last meal is the best damn pizza you'll find. Death row is the only fucking place where you can get a slice. Pizza death row. You would kill to get a slice. You would kill to get a slice. The best pizza that you will find. On the other side, it's got Dougie photoshopped on Sylvester Stallone's body, I guess. It says Dougie, Dougie, Dougie. Kane, Tim, Plonk, Pat. Special thanks to Thin Slizzy Pizzeria, Collingwood. Sitio Pizza, Pasco Vale. Red Sparrow Pizza, Collingwood. Fugazi Pizza, Mobile Catering. Tempo Woodfire Pizza, Northcote. Green Acre Pizza Bar, Brunswick. The Moors Head, Thornbury, and Shop 225 Coburg for their continuous inspiration. R.I.P. Frankie's Pizza, Sydney, December 2012 to December 2022. Death to corporate pizza. Death to corporate pizza. Death to corporate pizza. Okie dokie. That's the whole of the Pizza Death lyrics. And oh, I have a magpie. Hey bud. This is like getting a visit from my cat. There it goes. That is all the Pizza Death lyrics. We do love Pizza Death. They are a very good band. Everyone should go check out Pizza Death, Pizza Death, Pizza Death, Pizza Death, because they are a very good band. Okay, moving on now, we're doing an unboxing of my new hard drive, specifically for AZMR content, videos and shit. So, I don't know how this is going to go with all the background noise. So this is going to be a mostly sounds segment, but normally I ramp up the volume on sounds, but I don't know if I can really do that with all the background birds being loud and birdly. So we'll just see how we go. We'll just have to see how we go. Yes. So I got this hard drive on special for about $60. It's a Seagate 3 terabyte expansion portable drive for your PC. On the side it says connect with computers. Cool. And compatible with Windows 10, Windows 8 and Windows 7, USB 3.0 and USB 2.0. Assembled in China, product of China. Fully recyclable package. On the top, it has a little map of the world, a very small map of the world, and it's got in different colours, different parts of it, 1 year limited warranty, 2 year limited warranty, and 3 year limited warranty. Looks like Australia is covered under the 3 year limited warranty, so that's good. Details available at www.seagate.com retail warranty. So what's on? Is that all the sides? Oh no, there's still the back. At Seagate add-on storage for your PC. It's got a lot of other languages. I'm not going to read them because I can't. Seagate Technology LLC 10200 South De Anza Boulevard, Cupertino, California 95014, USA. Seagate Singapore International Headquarters, PTE Ltd, Hovenlaan 1119 NB, Schovelrick, the Netherlands. Yeah, okay. www.seagate.com. Copyright 2015, Seagate Technology LLC. All rights reserved. Seagate, Seagate Technology, and the Spiral logo are trademarks or registered trademarks of Seagate Technology LLC or one of its affiliated companies in the United States and or other countries. All other trademarks or registered trademarks are the property of their respective owners. When referring to drive capacity, 1 gigabyte or GB equals 1 billion bytes, and 1 terabyte or TB equals 1,000 billion bytes. Your computer's operating system may use a different standard of measurement and report a lower capacity. In addition, some of the listed capacity is used for formatting and other functions and will not be available for data storage. Complying with all applicable copyright laws is the responsibility of the user. Seagate reserves the right to change without notice product offerings or specifications. So I feel like surely they could just make the hard drive a little bit bigger to use up all the other functions and formatting and whatever, so that there is 3 terabytes available for storage. Why can't they just make it a little bit bigger so that it has the capacity for what it says it has? I don't know. That's just my gripe. That's my gripe, everyone. So it's sealed on the top and the bottom with a silvery seal. I brought with me to the mountain a tiny, tiny pair of scissors. Tiny, tiny, tiny pair of scissors. So inside there is an instruction booklet and also a plastic case containing the hard drive and a cable. hard drive out of the case now, so it's hopefully going to make more of a hollow sound. So I have a cable with a USB on one end, and I'm not sure what the name is on the other. It's got a little B and an SS, so that end connects into the hard drive. It's wrapped in a tiny little piece of plastic, soft plastic. So we also have the hard drive, which is inside a little plastic slip. So I'll open that up. have the hard drive itself, and it's about maybe 7 centimeters wide by 12 centimeters long, and just under 2 centimeters deep, I think. Maybe 1.5, probably. Okay. Seems better for scratching noises than tapping noises, I think. The trouble is, I'm gonna have to rebox it up, I just realised, because, again, I'm on Mount Coot-tha, just hanging out in the grassy bit, and yeah, I am unboxing a hard drive, but I'm just gonna have to rebox it up, so it's all a bit silly. It's all a bit silly. But anyway, let's read through the instruction booklet. The instruction booklet. Seagate Expansion Portable Drive for your PC. Quick Start Guide. There's a picture of the cord going from the hard drive into a laptop, a drawing of a laptop computer. EN www.seagate.com. To maximize performance, connect your drive to the blue USB 3.0 port, also compatible with USB 2.0. Note: to protect your data, always follow the safe removal procedures for your operating system when disconnecting your product. To contact support, visit us at our Contact Us page. To review the details of your drive's warranty, open the Seagate Retail Limited warranty statement on your drive, or go to www.seagate.com/retail warranty. To request warranty service, contact an authorized Seagate Service Center or refer to www.seagate.com for more information regarding customer support within your jurisdiction. To obtain information regarding the location of authorized Seagate Service Centers and access the Seagate Automated Customer Service Directory, go to www.seagate.com/contacts. I think I said Seagate about 20 times in that sentence. Just as a disclaimer, I don't particularly endorse Seagate. It was just literally the cheapest 3 terabyte hard drive that I could find. So, and the best value, I think, but it was on special, so I don't know. FCC Declaration of Conformance. This device complies with Part 15 of the FCC rules. Operation is subject to the following 2 conditions. 1. This device may not cause harmful interference. And 2. This device must accept any interference received, including interference that may cause undesired operation. Class B. This equipment has been tested and found to comply with the limits for a Class B digital device, pursuant to Part 15 of the FCC rules. These limits are designed to provide reasonable protection against harmful interference in residential installation. This equipment generates, uses, and can radiate radio frequency energy and, if not installed and used in accordance with the instructions, may cause harmful interference to radio communications. However, there is no guarantee that interference will not occur in a particular installation. If this equipment does cause harmful interference to radio or television reception, which can be determined by turning the equipment off and on, the user is encouraged to try to correct the interference by one or more of the following measures. Reorient or relocate the receiving antenna. Increase the separation between the equipment and receiver. Connect the equipment into an outlet on a circuit different from that to which the receiver is connected. Consult the dealer or an experienced radio or TV technician for help. Caution: any changes or modifications made to this equipment may void the user's authority to operate this equipment. Well, there's a lot more pages of this instruction booklet, but they're all in other languages. So I think that's enough of that. You don't need to hear me trying to speak in other languages. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. So we've reached the point of the evening where we really just need to go to sleep, don't we? Yes, let's all go to sleep. So, I'm just going to play some gentle piano now, just to help you drift, 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 drift off to sleep. Just to help see you into your dreams. Thank you for tuning in to AZMR. AzZMR on Zed Digital tonight. And good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. Good night.